All right, you guys, still injured here, 5 in the morning, relaunching. We're relaunching this video. No, we're not going to relaunch this video. When should somebody relaunch a listing?
You should relaunch a listing maybe when, your sales have died or gone down, you've hit a plateau. You see that your competitors have surpassed you.
So you mean like
ranking.
somebody like you've plateaued, as in like you used to be up here at the top and then now you're down and down and down, and like maybe your star ratings and like you're all just everything is fading.
Yeah. Now, that's a good point that you mentioned. If your star rating has gone down to like 2.5 or 3 stars, I would not relaunch, because that's the reason why your sales have gone down, is because your star rating sucks and you're not going to be able to recover from that.
And by the way, star rating is the #1 thing to kill your sales. Yep. I've had a friend who went from 4.5 to 4 stars, 50% drop in sales, went from 4 to 3.5. So he went from like 4.3 to 3.9.5. And then now that dropped another 50%. So it went to 25% of sales because of like not that much of a drop in the star rating. So it can be massive. So basically you're saying if the star rating has dropped, that means you have a product problem.
Yeah. You might literally need to relaunch, like as in do a different product or something. But you, of course, would need to do a self-examination, like, why did this happen? What are those people saying that brought you to this point? But when you would relaunch or like do some big campaign for PPC to like push your rankings up again, or maybe you're going to use the giveaway method in order to push your rankings up on certain keywords, you've got to make sure that you deserve it. All right. Because you can get up to page 1, whatever means you're going to, you want to, but if you've already fallen off, that's just going to happen again if you don't figure out why you fell off in the first place. Right?
So you could try to just throw a bunch of PPC or giveaways at it to reduce it, but the
same thing's going to happen again if you didn't fix what the underlying problem is. And how do you know what's more times than not one of the underlying problems if you're slowly going down? Now, if you see a huge drop in your keyword rankings or something, or sales, what might have happened sometimes is some malicious seller maybe change your category or something like that. So all of a sudden you're in a category where your important keywords are not relevant to it. Your ranking's going to tank. But that's a side note, all right? If that's not the case, if you've just been going down little by little, you were position 5, now you're 7, and then a week later you're 10, and then 3 weeks later now you're on page 2.
You come this way a little bit more.
Now you're on page 2. Well, you need to go check what happened. Who surpassed you? What are they doing that you're not? Look at their images. Look at your images. Look at your title. Look at your bullet points. And then everything that we did in our research as far as Magnet and Cerebro goes, like when we were first making our listing, do that all over again. Because guess what? Let's say you made your listing 1 year ago and you had done all of this research. Well, buying behavior changes. People search for products sometimes with different keywords. And if you don't have those keywords in your listing, or you're using like an old version of a popular search term, that was from like 2 years ago, and you just like put your listing on autopilot, yeah, you're going to lose, some sales. You're going to lose some ranking because you're not keeping up with the times.
So what we're trying to say here is, remember that every keyword is a market. Okay. So what you're trying to say is, well, did your overall sales go down? Then like you need to investigate. Now, if you used to always be at the top on every keyword, okay, and then now you're way like halfway down on every keyword, this is like more of a competition problem in the market. Now, if you're still ranked at the top on those keywords, or maybe you lost a couple, it's like, okay, well, maybe you need to like juice this one back up or analyze the competition there. So it kind of depends on like what's happening with the market. Is there new competitors, or is it just like your quality, or you got to diagnose the problem, is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. And then that's pretty much what I got too. I mean, yeah. So if they were to relaunch and like they fixed the problem.
Yes.
Right. So maybe. Yeah, I don't really know how to fix the problem there. I mean, you have to almost like redo the whole product, or like the packaging, like if there was a major problem, or.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if there was a quality issue and it was about your star rating, and maybe you think it's salvageable, if it gets down to like 2 stars or 2.5 stars, you're done. But like if you just start seeing a slight drop in your star rating, I mean, and you shouldn't just be so reactionary. You should know right away, I mean, you should have your VA, or you should be checking your reviews once a week, if not every day. You know, if it's a big seller, because you gotta nip problems in the bud. You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it could be that you have a case of like you had a bad batch and you might want to just close your listing and pull back your FBA inventory.
Absolutely.
Right?
You should close everything. If you take the ranking hit, okay, of no more sales than the star hit. The star hit will last for years or forever, but the ranking hit can be saved with money. You can't save the stars with money.
Exactly. So be monitoring that, because again, if you drop down too much in rating, it's not worth a relaunch. You might as well just throw in the towel on that product.
Yeah, I actually had sometimes with some of my Eclipse products where I literally I detected that there was one error, and I had to close my entire listing and send back 1,000 to my house because of but I caught the error beforehand, luckily. And I was literally every single time, like I started to get maybe 3 out of 100, like an accessory would break because of the packaging. And then I started to I shipped them all back to my house and did seller fulfilled and manually shipped out each one while I was fixing the packaging problem to maintain my rank, and then still fix that. Cause I was like, no, I can't have any negative reviews here. Like it's really going to hurt me. And you know, I was able to maintain like 4.8 stars on everything. And when you get that, like, it's just so easy to rank, like, cause it's very rare to see a 5-star product these days. So if you're able to maintain that, like that is the most valuable thing you could do just in total. So yeah. All right. Well, hope this helped you guys. And yeah, comment down below if you guys have any things or stories about relaunching or any questions.